was a little differently. And for us, the goal was basically was again, it was just different. So when we thought of the airdrop, that was almost a secondary piece. The thing that we were more focused on was a more even distribution of the actual coin from day one. So if you look at a lot of the L1s, typically they're primarily owned by investors who get access to early tokens, and it's not a very distributed launch come day one. So the big thing, from our team had been involved in some of those launches, as investors and things, and didn't really like how that unfolded over the past 10 years with various launches. So again, the goal was to have a distributed launch. So from there, it was like, how do we get as many holders and as many decentralized token holders from day one, where they're not going to be dumped on by investors early, there aren't early unlocks, and how can we just include them in a fair launch from day one? So that was the original goal. And then it was about, okay, how do we actually get those users and distribute the tokens? And from there, we use this kind of like consumer mobile approach through the Satoshi app that's worked well on Web 2 to acquire customers, and kind of build community. But that was really our focus. Whereas we could talk about other airdrop areas, but for us it was really about how do we acquire customers and have a decentralized and fair launch that's really spread out, where we have a large base of holders from day one, and not just a couple whale wallets. And that was really our approach to do so, was kind of incentivizing rewards and actually allocating a large percent of our supply that we did not provide to investors to the actual community from day one.
Speaking of your community, do you have like certain geographic concentrations? I guess because considering your large Twitter following, I really hadn't heard of Core before we started planning this interview. I'm wondering, do you have particular regions where you have a lot of users, a lot of name recognition, and I guess for your team as well, is there a particular region that most of you are based?
Yeah, great question. So just the team is a little easier. It's a very crypto answer, but the team is really all over. We've got folks in Europe, Asia, North America, and Central America. So we're kind of distributed all over the place, which is awesome. And as someone who worked, last startup was really focused in one city. That's been a pretty cool thing to see. So the team is really all over the world. In terms of the user demographics, we are a lot more focused on Asia. We actually didn't include the airdrop in the US and various countries for specific reasons around regulatory reasons, obviously, but we have a lot